County Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o is set to give an update this morning on the ongoing county preparation measures for coronavirus prevention, as well as the flooding currently ravaging different parts of the county. As we await that address by the governor, our Kisumu-based reporter Kevin Ogutu now joins us live to tell us more. Kevin Ogutu, good morning. It's nice to see you in this difficult times. Now, the entire Nyanza region must be preparing in terms of dealing and curbing the spread of coronavirus. What measures have been put in place so far, even as we take a look at what's transpiring in Kisumu County?
Well, a very good morning, Jesse, and I'm coming to you live from Sunset Hotel in Kisumu, where any moment from now we'll have that address by Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. And as you've put it, he's supposed to address the nation on the state of preparedness of the county when it comes to the fight against the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19. And apart from that, this particular fight, which is a global pandemic right now, has been complicated, and more specifically for Kisumu County, by the ravaging floods, especially in the areas of Nyando, the Kano area. So we have schools that have now been since converted into evacuation centers. And remember, at the same time, you're supposed to have social distancing. So we have got families, villages and households where we have got their dwellings collapsing in the wake of the ravaging floods, which is the backflow from Lake Victoria and also the spillovers from River Nyando. So this has also complicated this fight against the spread of coronavirus because it puts a number of residents at risk. So we expect that, together with an update on the state of preparedness, especially when it comes to the equipment that the nurses and the doctors in this particular county need to effectively ensure that the fight against COVID-19 is successful in Kisumu County. So we'll be expecting that and more from Governor Anyang' Nyong'o any moment from now. Right here waiting for him together with the team of journalists who are based here in Kisumu. So it's also important that as we talk about this and the much-awaited presser by Governor Nyong'o, we have the governors for various counties are putting in measures to really cushion the residents from these adverse effects of the COVID-19 that has led to serious economic meltdown, not just in Kenya, but also globally. And for instance, yesterday, Siaya Governor Cornel Rasanga gave small and medium enterprises and the small traders tax relief. Those who are running small businesses will not be paying tax for the next 30 days. And also included in this particular bracket are those who are in transport business. They're not supposed to pay parking fees. So in his address yesterday to journalists in Siaya, Governor Rasanga made it very clear that while the fight against this pandemic continues, it is important also that the leadership come up with tailor-made solutions to cushion the various residents from the adverse effects of this particular pandemic that has really grounded the various sectors of the economy. Of course, last week also, if you can remember, Jesse, Muranga Governor Mwangi wa Iria also gave a waiver of all the residents who are connected by the various water providers. So they won't be paying water bills for the next 30 days. And those who had pending bills, the bills have also been waived as well. So apart from that, also we have now near home in Homa Bay County, the county leadership has started in earnest the fumigation exercise, especially for the bus parks. So the Homa Bay County are ensuring that the fumigation is on. Talking to journalists yesterday, the CEC for Homa Bay County in charge of water and environment, and that is Dixon Nyawinda, made it very clear that the reason why the county was prioritizing the bus parks when it comes to fumigation is because of how crucial the bus parks are when it comes to the spread of COVID-19. Because when we have the residents, the visitors, and every other person who come from other parts of the country getting into Homa Bay County, then the very first stop, where we have that concentration, is the bus parks. So we also expect from this particular address that, as I've mentioned, should be starting any moment from now, any raft of measures that the county government of Kisumu has in place to cushion the residents from the adverse effects of COVID-19. Jesse.
All right, many thanks, Kevin Ogutu. Before I let you go, you've mentioned the various efforts put in place by the county governments in Nyanza region. But in terms of compliance with, social distancing and the curfew time, what exactly are we looking at in the entire Nyanza region? Are residents actually following this to the letter?
Well, to a greater extent, I must admit that this is being followed to the letter because even from when I was walking around the various streets of Kisumu, even in those public places, the owners of those establishments are making sure that we have that social distancing for seats. There is that notice being put there to inform people that there's need for that social distancing. When it goes back to the village, it could be a bit complicated because of the level of awareness, which I must admit is a bit low from the reports that we've got. But the complication here when it comes to social distancing, as I mentioned earlier on, comes in when we have got families integrating, like it is the case in places where some houses have been destroyed by the flood waters from Lake Victoria and from River Nyando. And this is one area that is posing a very big challenge to the leadership of this particular county. And so, talking broadly, we can say that to a very larger extent, we have the residents really trying their best to follow this to the letter. But again, we have got these really unique challenges, teething problems that, of course, in this particular address, we will find out, especially, and this is a very serious matter, Jesse, like the flood issue in Kisumu County, whereby we have got families integrating and also excess number of people really filling the classrooms, which are evacuation centers. So we want to also find out from the governor what are the intervention, what are some of the plans that he has when it comes to this, Jesse.
All right, Kevin Ogutu right there, coming to us live from Kisumu, even as we anticipate that particular presser by the Kisumu governor, Anyang' Nyong'o, on the efforts the county government is set to put in order to cushion the residents in the wake of the coronavirus spread in the country. We'll definitely keep you updated on how that particular presser goes. Let's